I am live. I am live. I am live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Forrest out in St. Louis. Getting ready, getting ready, getting ready. So excited for tomorrow, Thursday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Legacy Creators Launch Edition, First Edition, going live. Going to have an interview that you definitely do not want to miss tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. You want to be right here checking this out. If you're not part of the Legacy Creators group, shoot me a private message and I'll see if I can get you added into it. It's a limited exclusive group. So if you haven't been invited, don't take it personal. I'm just selecting a certain group of people to be in that group. So absolutely excited. So wanted to talk about this one. Welcome. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Forrest Knight, social media marketing strategist on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators. I want to make a huge impact. Extreme Legacy Creators. I'm excited to launch that part of the XTRM brand. Totally jazzed about that. So if you want to see tomorrow the interview, I'm going to bring some heat on this interview tomorrow. I've got an absolutely awesome guest. I've known him for a while. He's going to bring some awesome nuggets. He's going to tell his story. He's going to talk about some finance stuff, maybe a little bit of how to get out of debt. It's going to be some really good information. So you definitely want to bring a notepad and get ready to learn from a very successful entrepreneur. I watched him start out from day one and work his way all the way up to being the just got recognized as one of the top leaders in his company. So totally excited about that. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on this channel. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So I was listening to some TD Jakes just a few minutes before I came up here. Man, I was cooking these French fries. These are like seasoned French fries from Mally's. I'm telling you. So let's jump right in this. So have you ever, and I'm primarily talking to network marketers right now. Have you ever been in a company? You may be in a company right now that you have a leader, right, that says that you have to build rapport. It's very important to build rapport. It's very important that you get people to know, like, and trust you before you prospect them. So here's my mindset. Here's my mindset on this. And one of the mindsets that I really loved is what I call the LinkedIn mindset. If you use LinkedIn at all, you'll notice people will send out connection requests. And the second you accept the request, they send you an invitation for them. They're not making friends with you. They're not hugging on you. They're not asking about your babies, your kittens, or anything like that. It's straight up business. They get to the point. I had 6 of them yesterday, and they all reached out to me with different stuff. And I thought it was very cool because I could see where they're coming from, right? One guy was inviting me to go learn how to do all this super IT stuff that I had zero interest in. I don't know why I don't know if he saw that because I have, social media marketing strategist as one of my things on my profile or whatever it was. I don't know why he reached out to me, if he's just doing some random goofy reach outs, or maybe there's something in my profile that triggered his algorithm to reach out and add me to his list, whatever it was. But I think it was cool, right? Because it was right to the point. There was no beating around the bush. There was none of this awkward, like, hey, nice kids, nice family, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. And oh, by the way, since we're friends now, do you want to look at my business? That to me is that's shady, right? That's just, now you may have people on social media that you actually like see their profile. You just like, dude, I want to be your friend. You go out and make friends with them. You have a relationship with them. It's cool. And then eventually maybe up down the road, you bring up your business, which is fine because your true goal there, right, was to have friends and build a relationship. So absolutely nothing wrong with that. So what do you struggle with? What do you feel that you struggle with when it comes to building your business online? Is it the sort of the whole know, like, and trust? Do you cold prospect at all? Well, here's my take. Here's the 3 things that you can do. 3 things that you can do to get people to know, like, and trust you without being all weird about it, without reaching out to them and creating faux friendships, right? Man, these French fries are looking good. Without creating, oh man, I love these things. without creating faux friendships, right? The whole goal and the whole purpose is to build a business. And when I called when you think about this, right now, watch this. You guys are going to dig this. If you're not using this strategy yet, I highly recommend, if you're serious about building your business, if you really want to take your business to the next level. I mean, when I started this strategy, today is, I don't know, we'll talk about it here in a minute, but it just completely changed my life. It's completely given people the opportunity to know, like, and trust me that I don't even know yet, which is cool. Now watch this. This is how this works, right? And we'll take it to television or famous people or movies or whatever. You'll see people in a movie and they'll be acting, and of course you can go onto the IMDb and you can do a lot of bios, and you can read up on them, and you can read about, you know, all the stuff that they like, and you get to learn them online. So here's the 3 things that you can do to get people that you're cold prospecting to know, like, and trust you, right? So watch this out. So one of the things that my marketing friends, we got a group of people, we got accountability groups. I've got 2 accountability groups, my team group, and then I've got a marketing group, and then I'm of course a coach for the Inner Circle for Ray Higgin coaching group. So got a lot of people I'm accountable to. And one of the things that we teach, and one of the things that we believe, is getting to the point when we're prospecting. That does 2 things. 1, it moves people through the process. 2, that's very, very duplicatable when it comes to dealing with anybody. Anybody can walk up to somebody and say, hey, I know we don't really know each other. I'm expanding my business in your area. You seem like a sharp individual, if you want to say sharp, or whatever you want to say. I'm expanding my business in your area. It's curious if you might be able to take a look at what I'm doing to earn a little bit of extra money on the side, or as a side hustle or side gig, or however you want to put that. If not, absolutely okay, no big deal. And you leave it at that, right? And you can almost say that in any kind of situation. You can say that in a casual meeting in a grocery store. You can say that just about anywhere, right? You could be at the bicycle shop, and you could be in there looking at your new specialized bike that you're going to get, and you're looking at it, and somebody's another gentleman standing over, he's looking around, it's like, hey, what are you riding now? And you start having a casual conversation, and I say, well, what do you do for a living? I always ask that, what do you do for a living, or what do you do for a career? And well, I'm a doctor. Oh, absolutely cool. You're a doctor. How long have you been doing that? Cool. What kind of doctoring do you do? Oh, heart surgeon. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's a blood pumper. I'll say something funny, whatever pops in my brain. Like, yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, what got you? And I just start asking them, right? What got you into being a doctor? Oh, that's really exciting. And I'm having the conversation because I'm getting ready to bail. I'm getting ready to leave the scene of the crime here. The whole point is I'm finding out who this person is. And I'll say, hey, I'm just curious. I'm just taking a long shot here. I know I just met you, and I work with a lot of doctors, which I do. I work with a lot of doctors. I have some really good friends who are doing some business expansion in the area. I was curious if I could grab your business card. If you're open, I could talk to you, maybe give you a call in a couple of days and chat about what we got going on. Cool if you want to share your business card with me. If not, absolutely okay. So exactly the same type of prospecting, right? Exactly the same thing offline as I do online, right? The difference with that, the difference is here, right, is I actually create a little bit of rapport, did some micro rapport there. I dig a little bit into them, but when it comes to the prospecting, I got to the point, right? Talked to the guy, found out a little bit about him, and then I used it, because what I did was I had to build a little mini Facebook profile right there on the spot. Right, I had to build a profile, because if he was a doctor online, he could go and say, oh, he's a doctor, he's a heart surgeon. Then I could just reach out to him and say, hey, I'm expanding my business in the St. Louis area. I work with a lot of doctors. Curious if you might be able to taking a look at what I do to help doctors earn a little bit of extra income on the side that doesn't interfere with what they're currently doing. If you'd like to know more information, let me know. If not, absolutely okay, no big deal, right? So either way, it's the same thing. I build a little micro rapport. I build a little micro Facebook page right there on the spot. If you want to look at it that way, I build a social profile right there on the spot, so I know who he is and how long he's been a doctor and what kind of doctor he does. And then I prospected him, right? And then I moved on. Very, very cool opportunity. Hey, babe. I hope I turned off my French fry grease. I think I did. Hopefully, if the alarms start going off, you guys will have to run. I think I was cooking French fries right before this. I think I turned it off, but I can smell it. So if I bail, the house is on fire. Hopefully not. Anyway, so prospecting, reaching out, doing that. So how do you, when you're cold prospecting? So let's come back online. So you're cold prospecting. These 3 things that you can do to get people to know, like, and trust you, right? One is have a Facebook profile and I'm not talking about a page, I'm talking a bit of a business page, I'm talking about a profile. This is where you live, like right where you're catching this live right now. Have a Facebook profile that people can come on it and see who you are, right? They can look at you and see, you know, the kind of stuff that you're into. And I know personally, I got to do a little bit better job. I've got to get some more stuff in there for me, and just give people the opportunity to know who I am. So one is have a really good Facebook profile. Two is if you have some type of profile somewhere else, maybe Instagrams or somewhere like that is always a good opportunity. YouTube channel, that's a possibility. Some other social media platform. But number three, here's the kicker. This is like the icing on the cake, the gravy on the potatoes, whatever you want to call it. Do Facebook Lives. Do Facebook Lives. Get on a Facebook Live. As a matter of fact, for those of you like, well, I don't know how to do a Facebook Live, I'm glad you asked. I'm gonna share with you if you'd like it. Got the Facebook Live formula. Shoot me a private message. I'll get that to you. It tells you exactly step by step on exactly how to do a Facebook Live. How to maybe set up your title, how to do an intro, how to ask a question, how to have content, how to do a call to action just like I just did. Have all that content in there, and you can practice on it. Matter of fact, you can put a little 3x5 card right up on front of your camera and say, okay, hi, my name is Forrest. I'm from St. Louis. Do you have a challenge with eating with false teeth? Well, I used to have that same challenge, and I've got 3 steps that's going to help you to eat better when you have false teeth. Step number 1, make sure your teeth, you know, and that's, I'm serious. And we can go, and I'm making fun, I'm having a little bit of fun here. But when you're looking at stuff like that, it's very, very important that if you're cold prospecting, right? Because not everybody's going to jump on your bandwagon. So me, when the last company I was in before this one of the things that I did is I actually met the people in the car business. I actually sold them a car, and they told me, they said, and I was listening to them. They were teachers, and they said they had just got a car bonus in their business, and it really got my curiosity. I'm like, what, teachers got a car bonus? There's, you know, so I watched them and I found out who they were, and I made friends with them, and I followed them on Facebook, on social media for about 8 months. And then I reached out to them. I said, hey, you know, I've been following you. I've been following you on Facebook. I'd like to know more about your business. Tell me what you're doing. And I think I'd maybe snuck in and did some, grabbed some presentations somewhere and got some more information on the business. Then he did a really cool Facebook Live or a 3-way call with me. With a gentleman named Brandon, who's just absolutely one of the coolest guys you'll ever meet in your entire life. Brandon Janice, met him, and basically I was like, okay, sign me up and I'm ready to go. And I got into that business. And the reason I did is because I stalked them. I watched them on social media. I watched what they're doing on social media. So if you want to get people to know, like, and trust you, like the gurus are telling you to do Facebook Lives. Give people an opportunity to see who you are, see what you're talking about, where you're coming from. Do you really have a business? Are you showing up every day? And you don't have to get on Facebook and talk about business every day. I love marketing. I love mindset stuff. I love talking about marketing. I love doing mind shift. Sometimes I'll get on here and just talk about stuff that I have feelings about, you know, but for general, most of the time I'm talking about marketing. I'm talking about building a business. So if I'm out business prospecting people, right? They can come and look at any one of my Facebook Lives. They can go to my YouTube channel and check that out. They can be here tomorrow at 4 o'clock Central Time and watch me watch the interview that I do, and they can see that that's what I'm about. So if I'm reaching out to them saying, hey, I'm expanding my business, and they come to my Facebook timeline and they're stalking me and they're looking, they see I got a really cool wife who has a business, and they can see that we love each other and we have a really cool dog and we have really awesome kids. They get to know, like, and trust me without me even knowing that they're there. So as I'm prospecting them, I'm doing some follow-up with them, they have an opportunity to reach, sort of watch me from the shadows. And if they enroll 8 months from now because it takes them that long to feel comfortable with me, then I'm okay with that. I would feel much better with somebody doing their homework on me, making sure that I'm somebody that they want to align with as an accountability partner, as a coach, as a mentor, as somebody that's going to help them through the steps of getting started, exploding their business. And here's the cool thing about it is I've set the example. Now, you don't have to do a Facebook Live to build a business. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's people that have never done a Facebook Live in their life that go out and have huge, huge teams. I'm not quite sure you know, that have huge teams. So I'm just going to leave that there. But I know for me, the Facebook Lives that I do, I think I'm on like 560 straight in a row or something like that. The Facebook Lives that I've done have given people the opportunity to reach out to me and say, man, you know, and I have so many conversations going in Messenger. Matter of fact, I think in the last 2 or 3 days, I've probably had like a dozen people reach out to me that have seen my lives on YouTube and said, hey, can I get this information? Can I get your Google training? Can I do this? Can I do that? And guess what? They just put themselves into my lead bucket, right? They just added themselves to my lead bucket as prospective people. And I'm going to send them over there because when people reach out to me like that, I always ask them questions, what are you doing for your business? Because they're asking me for my Google tracking spreadsheet because they're in business. But they've also raised their hand and identified them as an entrepreneur. And they saw me on my YouTube channel because this live right now is actually broadcasting live on YouTube. It's broadcasting live on Periscope. So I'm on multiple channels at the one time. So when you're thinking about going back to this, if you have a team leader or a business or somebody that's saying you have to get people to know, like, and trust you before you prospect them, I'm challenging you to do this. Prospect, do the cold prospecting, do Facebook Lives to get people to know, like, and trust you, because people need to know that they're not unique. They need to know that you're not special. Now, me, I've been doing this a long time. I look like a professional. If you go back to my videos that I did way before Facebook ever was like Facebook, and I was doing YouTube videos, and I call them 45-second cheesy YouTube videos. They were cheesy. They were 45 seconds long, and they were cheesy. And I did them anyway. And the cool thing about it is when I do one of those videos and I send it in an email to a prospective customer, they thought it was the coolest thing in the world. They were like, when is somebody else? When are other people going to start using video like this for marketing and prospecting and follow-up? I said, I don't know. I said, I'm doing it because I wanted to be able to give them, instead of just basic standard email marketing, I put a video in it, and it literally catapulted my response rate from about 17% to like 350%, just literally overnight, just like that. So if you want to make that similar change in your business, highly recommend, one, shoot me a private message if you want the Facebook formula. I'll get that out to you. Challenge you to get on Facebook and let people know who you are. If you're serious about building a business, this is a great platform. If you want to use the Instas for lives or whatever, maybe doing lives over on YouTube, wherever your channel is, give people an opportunity to know you, like you, and trust you because you're showing up every day, right? You're showing up every day, because when you're cold prospecting people, they don't know you from Adam. You're just knocking on their door like, hey, I got this business over here, and I'm expanding my business in your area. And I wonder if you might want to take a look at what I'm doing. I'm like, dude, who the heck are you? You know, of course, I'm going to send out the message. Hey, I know we don't really know each other. We address the elephant in the room. I know we don't really know each other. I'm expanding my business in your area. That's why I'm reaching out. I work with a lot of doctors because I see you're a doctor. I was curious if you might go and take a look at what I'm doing. If not, absolutely okay, no big deal. Let me know either way. So I explained that to them very, very simply in my prospecting. So if you want the Facebook formula, there's a message button up here somewhere on this timeline. Shoot me a private message. Shoot me a private message. I want the Facebook formula, and I will get that to you. Very, very cool. Very, very easy system to follow. Next, set up a day to do your first Facebook Live, and then send me a message and let me know you're going to do a live so I can come in and jump in on your live and give you some support. And maybe I'll tag some of my friends and we'll come in and hang out with you and make you feel better, because it's really cool when you have people supporting you on your Facebook Lives. It's like, yeah, it's really cool to have that happen. So we'll come along and support you if you want that support. Absolutely. It's so cool when you get your friends commenting and hanging out with you. Stella, thanks for swinging by. Nifa, thanks for swinging by. Laura, thanks for swinging by. Really appreciate you guys. Really appreciate, again, if you want people to know, like, and trust you, and you have your team leaders and you have your team and your business people tell you that's part of building a business, use Facebook to do that and go out and cold prospect and get to the point. And I call it the LinkedIn attitude, because people on LinkedIn are straight up like, you connect with them, boom, they're sending you like, hey, we're building business out here. We're business people. This is business. And I personally don't need people to like me to buy my stuff. Just think about it that way. Forrest down in St. Louis, I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here. You got to be here. Check it out. Tag your friends. Bring your teammates. It is going to be absolutely off the chain. The interview that's going to happen here tomorrow is going to be freaking spectacular, funerific, coolerific. on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators. Go out, make an ice cream, and pack. Peace out. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.